The ocean is dead. Eutrophication awareness by Hiba and Safia. When you first look at this, do you see anything wrong with it? Your first answer is probably no. But right in front of your eyes, a type of pollution which has harmed over millions of species has occurred. Help! Look at the way the extra fertilizer runs off the fields and into this river. This is what we call the process of eutrophication. Eutrophication is where excessive nutrients such as nitrogen and phosphorus come into water bodies and affect local aquatic ecosystems, which not many people have thought about, continuing the cycle of excessive chemicals in water.
In 2023, a total of 140,000 tons of pollutants with 78 different toxic substances came into water, including nitrogen, ammonia, and phosphorus.
The underlying source of this problem were the factories around us, as industry waste and chemicals are moved through sewage system and end up in water bodies. These chemicals then cause algae to exceed their growth rate and cover the water surface, harming many underwater organisms. So today we'll be talking about eutrophication to bring awareness to this topic and to hopefully bring good change through education and understanding.
The effects of fertilizer runoffs, which cause eutrophication, affects the phosphorus cycle. Phosphorus is an important part of DNA, cell membranes, and ATP. When too much of it goes into water, it causes an imbalance in the ecosystem. This leads to algae growing too fast and spreading everywhere. These algae block sunlight from reaching other plants, stopping them from photosynthesizing. When these algae die, they use up oxygen in water, creating dead zones where aquatic life can't survive.
Locally in Ontario, these negative effects have taken place in our Great Lakes, like Lake Erie, as it's suffering from harmful amounts of phosphorus from 11 to 24%, which have affected Canada and the economy around it, as they spent over $76 million in an initiative to mitigate this issue.
As well as affecting local communities in Canada, such as the First Nations, as it affects their traditional quality of life. The FNFNES, or First Nation Food, Nutrition and Environment Study, stating that eutrophication, a symptom of environmental degradation, affects the safety of First Nations cultural foods, which are a key part of their diet, and continues to justify food insecurity found within 24 to 60% of them.
While globally, eutrophication has caused problems as it releases toxins that have contaminated drinking water and the upstream of dead zones in an area, which have affected around 54% of lakes and reserves in Asia, 53 in Europe, 48 in North America, 41 in South America, and 28 in Africa, as shown in the map of coastal hypoic areas, or dead zones from eutrophication.
Climate change, which is change and variation of a climate in a specific area, and eutrophication are related as the threat of excessive nutrients intensifies as climate change progresses, and it catalyzes eutrophication, being the fact that changes in precipitation patterns and changes in weather increase excessive amounts of nutrients loading in aquatic blooms as they grow better in high temperatures compared to other phytoplankton species.
Indigenous people are combating climate change by using their unique ideas or practices, an example being sustainable agricultural plots, which is where they put plants on rotation within a forest area to allow natural forest regulation. These garden forests maintain high levels of biodiversity and soil fertility.
We can help improve climate change caused by eutrophication by reducing the amount of agricultural fertilizer and instead use natural nutrients, an example banana peels and eggshells. Farmers can also play a part by reducing how often and intensely they till their fields, reducing the use of fertilizer.
We as a community could also gain a lot by hearing out Indigenous practices and asking how to be more sustainable to the environment via using fewer fossil fuels and more eco-friendly energies, as well as understanding climate change in connection to Canadian colonialism.
By understanding this issue on a deep level and minimizing chemical use and using rain gardens or plant buffers, we can bring change little by little and hope for a future with bluer skies and clearer waters. For the day isn't over yet.